Yeah, it's been 2 days since I finished the 1 month, that 1 day intermittent fasting, where basically I didn't eat for throughout the day for the last 1 days. And I finally got that yesterday on Friday. Results were not what I expected. So for a recap, I started the fasting at 82 kg. So so at the time I measured my body, how much I weighed, took my measurements, waist, hips, shoulder, waist, and biceps, all that stuff. I wanted to find out if doing that would in any way affect my my body fat, how much muscle I have, and if I'd be able to reach my goal of reducing my weight, cutting down to from 82 kg to 75 kg. And the results were not what I expected. I ended up closing the month with weighing, I basically ended up the month with 83 kg. So not only I didn't even cut. So my cutting was not even a cut. It was a growth. That was crazy. But so yeah, that was basically get to achieve my goals of cutting down to 75 kg. Well, I would say that it wasn't a total loss. Actually, at the beginning, I didn't know that I never, I could never say that I had gone a whole 31 days without ever eating anything. The, the beginning from the time frame 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I didn't even think that I'll be able to pull through to it, but then I was able to do it. So I can say it's an eye opener for me. Like, I can actually say that I can actually fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 31 days straight up. So that's a new PR. Technically, that's like a PR for me. So also made me realize two more things. First of all, within that time frame, it wasn't actually about the cutting, or rather, it wasn't actually about the fasting, not eating from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It actually mattered what I was eating after the fasting. So at the ending of this, it felt like I had so much more cravings after 6 p.m. Like basically, I just felt like I should eat everything on sight. Like I can't having, when you've been given temptations are like throughout the day, but you know that you just stop yourself from eating throughout that day, and fine, you give yourself a chance, and oh boy, you better not miss it. So even though I was restricting myself from eating some particular foods as well, like for a while I was only eating meat and peanuts. Basically, I had to restrict it to that. So I just wanted to try out how that could work during the time. But there's that. So I basically wasn't really eating that much before that. Or rather, I was eating so much more. The food that I thought that I wouldn't have to eat again, I ended up eating within that eating limit. So from 6 p.m. to 12, I'll be eating peanuts. I'd be eating uh, meals on end. Like I was just running mad. It was like an all-out eating frenzy. I just going. It was crazy. So it was even way more difficult to hold myself down during the fasting. The fasting was actually not eating throughout the day was actually the easy part. The difficult part was restricting, stopping yourself from overeating during the time that you allow yourself to eat. I don't know if you got that's been the main struggle. that was been a main struggle throughout this 3 day fast, and I feel like that is where my growth will have come from. Because at the beginning, I was actually seeing some improvements. I went down to at least, it was the time I went down to 78 kg. So I think my body still just started having a whole lot of cravings afterwards. But for the last week, I tried shifting my diet even further to just like a partial, kind of like a partial carnivore diet where I only eat meat and peanuts. I just ate peanuts for fillers, basically. So that was even a bit different because during the day I was less hungry. I had less cravings during the day. Usually at the first half, or for the major part of the 1 month, it's 1 days, I was having cravings. My stomach, I was hungry as fuck in the mornings. In the mornings, afternoons, I was pushing through it. But during eating majorly just during that last week, we does the partial carnivore diet. I was basically just eating. I didn't have that much cravings. It came down. It came down like it was only till like around that afternoon 3 ish to downwards that I start feeling a bit hungry. But before that, I was good. So I think it actually helps to eat more protein. So for me, I think it helped in satiating my cravings, but it didn't prevent me from from my cravings after 6 p.m. So I think I was still eating a lot because my measurements did go up. I think for my waist part, it shot up from. I took my measurement this morning, so it went up from 30 inches to 30.5. I started, I was like 29.5, 29.7 inches, thereabout, even before I started. So basically, I had better results doing what I was doing before I started this very restrictive 6 to 6 intermittent fasting. So that's been an eye opener for me. So I think I'll probably stick to what I was doing before, which was I was basically just eating very little during the day. Then at night I eat a meal. So I think that helps because I don't have as much cravings as I did back then. Back then I'll just be eating, like maybe I'll take a snack in the morning, then maybe for throughout the day. It's not like I won't eat anything, but I won't I will basically not eat till maybe another 4 5, and they are just low, maybe like a cracker or two before I now go to my meal. I think during that time, sure, I was hungry, but I didn't really get that, but not as much cravings as when I started this. So I wasn't getting as much. So it was an eye opener, really, because I find it weird that I can just eating a pie, meat pie, or chicken pie in the morning or afternoon, and I'm not eating anything till evening, and I could have gotten the same results, right? Like, okay, I might have even gotten better results because that's what I was basically doing for the most part before I started this 1 intermittent fasting. Because I was thinking that eating those kind of things during the day was restricting was because I wanted to go to around 29 inches waist waist ratio, but it didn't work. That was so this didn't work. So I think a lesson for me there is that I should probably focus on how I can cure my cravings while doing intermittent fasting. So I think that would be an eye opener for me. Muscle wise, I didn't lose anything. Right, my physique is still the same. I didn't since I was still overeating, so I guess it makes sense that I wouldn't lose much, like as if it was truly fasting, because I still, as my weight can tell, I was still eating. I ended up in a surplus, and I find that very funny because I didn't go through, I haven't. The time when you try to cut is now when you bulk or add a slight bulk. So I find that very crazy. So yeah, those are the things that I can keep up on it. My trainings were okay. I was just practicing calisthenics. So there's some crunch attempts, handstands, pull-ups, push-ups, normal push-ups. Those are basically my some jumping squats as well, bicep curls. Those were basically my routine during the 31, even before the 31. Those were my routines. I didn't see any dip in performance, only very slightly, but maybe because I probably wasn't getting enough sleep, especially during the last week. I also found myself being very sleepy during the carnivore diet. So though that I wasn't getting as much cravings, my sleep tendencies grew. So I felt even more sleepy than usual during that time. So yeah, that's it. So it's real. Now it's a real eye opener for me. So I'll be working on trying to see for a better way I can, you know, build muscle and lose that stubborn fat. You know.